Welcome back to the studio here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. Empire take the victory. MVPs are looking harder to predict for the week with every game today, I believe.
I think Resolution today was playing really well. I mean, just the fact that he had more CS than the Naga, like 12-minute team when the Naga got his Sacred Relic on a Dragon Knight.
It was like 42-40.
It was really close the whole time. I mean, but I think to me that was kind of the expected outcome, though, right? Like both those heroes just farm against each other, and none of the supports from either team were moving until after the tier 1 bottom died.
Yep.
So I think for me, like even Mag or just anybody basically on the side of Empire that had any kind of dictation over the movement on the map would have been maybe, in my opinion, like
Van score with the swaps.
The Van score swaps were pretty good, yeah. I think that Mag had really good initiations as well. So either one of them, I think, played really good that game.
Yeah. So Lumi Shane, when were EG wanting to win the game? Because late game, their supports didn't scale in comparison to Visage and
Venge. Yeah.
There was a time about 20 minutes in when they got a pick-off on the Visage.
Yep.
And then they got another 2 pick-offs like straight away after that. And they tried to go high ground and it just, they didn't work.
Yeah, what Andy pointed out with 2 support is they don't scale on damage, but they do have really good lockdown. So basically what you want to do is lock down 1 or 2 heroes, have your cores pick them off quick, and you keep moving. But that kind of lineup really don't work in high ground because you're choked, you're not really locking anybody down because they're all spread out, and it's hard for a Naga and a Weaver to focus down people when they have better lockdown than you.
And their only initiation was Song.
Yeah.
Like they had to use Song to get in.
Song and Ice Path, these are some...
Yeah, and when you use Song to get in, that's like telling the Lycan, hey, feel free to ult and kill my whole team as soon as I turn this off. Like, it's really not good. Like, they needed another method of dealing with Silent, like straight up. Instead of just saying, we're going to pressure you in lane, I think they needed a hero that during the mid-game could just say, I can fight you.
What if, instead of having a Rubik, they would have had a Bane and Fiend script the Lycan?
I think it still could have worked. I think it still could have sufficiently applied pressure. I don't think it was banned either.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think it was.
I'm just thinking, how would that Bane do in the trialing on the bottom lane?
I think it would be fine because the Rubik's whole job is to set up the ice path, and the sleep does the same thing. And you can actually wait longer for the sleep to wear off because it's HP removal and do potentially more
burst damage. With
the only thing is that if they're fast enough, they can break the Nightmare and move out of the way.
Yep.
That's the only concern. But I think it would have been pretty solid.
Good idea, Bruno.
Once.
You should go draft for EG.
Maybe. I'll talk to Arteezy.
So we got a second game coming up for you guys at home. Hopefully they're in the lobby sometime soon.
We're dismissing Envy.
Okay, well, let's introduce the teams. We're going to be seeing Cloud9 versus EG, and the Cloud9 roster consists of a very upset team. Well, I don't know if they're upset, but they
should be upset.
They got upset.
They just got rushed down in Star Ladder by a push strat.
Rock's Kiss
beat them. So Cloud9 are like, they're not going to Star Ladder.
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah, shit. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. If you didn't see it, I don't care if I spoil it.
Jeez.
He looks like someone from the Simpsons.
wanted to watch
Wait, doesn't this guy play Dragon Knight?
I think he plays Dragon Knight.
Maybe, yeah. Support Dragon Knight.
I haven't seen him play Wisp, actually.
He played it in the game, they just lost.
Yeah.
With Luna, they usually play it.
They played it in the game.
Don't you remember they did this thing where whenever someone got lassoed, they would just like tether Wisp and
relocate
just straight in the same place to break the lasso?
That's really hard to time, though, because relocate has like a cast time, right? Like
2 seconds.
Yeah, but you relocate first and then you tether.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if the guy lassos first, it takes 2 seconds for you to get the guy
But
out.
that's still okay. Like, I think 2 seconds and...
It's more than that.
Maybe.
Because when you lasso someone, you
have to turn around and run back.
It takes 2 seconds to get them into your team.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where they are because tether has such a long range. You just tether to your...
It's pretty legit. Yeah, Pylai Dai. He's legit. Okay, and EG, they have to bounce back. Today, we mentioned they wanted 2 wins. It was the first game that they lost versus Empire, and Empire are now sitting second place very comfortably in the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. And EG, without fear, they've lost the game today. If they lose this, they are the team to look to beat to knock out the top 6.
Yes, exactly,
because they're the slippers.
That's the thing. Right now, they're on 3 losses.
They joined 5th, aren't they?
No, they're 6.
No, they're 6 now. They used to be joint 5th.
Right. But the thing is that if they go 4 losses, there are 4 teams that are between 5 and 6 losses. It's Fnatic, Rockskies, Team Liquid, and someone else. I want to say, I don't remember the other team.
VP?
VP, thank you. And those teams, they can overcome EG, which they seem really strong. But I mean, you pack a couple losses and suddenly the whole environment changes.
Yeah, and like even if EG lost both their games today, they're a good enough team to have won both their games. So it's like you turn up on the day, and if it doesn't go your way, you're not going to Kiev, or you're just not getting a couple of wins.
This is a crazy important day for EG as well, like just in general, because these are the two like top-seeded teams basically that they're playing against right now. And if they lose both, then it's like, well, now all of a sudden, like Bruno was mentioning, there's a lot of other teams that can just pass you and you don't get in top 6 anymore.
Well, hopefully they feel pretty confident going in against Cloud9.
They won the last 5 times in a row, so I hope they're feeling a little confident.
Yeah. What's wrong with my...
Your fringe is like...
Your fringe is wild.
Yeah,
it's got a mind of its own.
It's fine. Oh, God, guys.
People are telling me on Twitter to tell you to cut your hair.
Yeah, well, I can't cut my hair because I'm not a hairdresser.
Well, get your hair cut.
Yeah, but there's one like 10 minutes away from the house.
Yeah, I will, but it's like there's so many video games to play. Have you been on the internet?
It's a dangerous place.
It's just loud. Is the game loading?
It is.
Okay. Predictions. I'm actually going to say Cloud9 are going to turn this one around. And like they're not turning it around because they're starting even, but they're going to win.
Okay.
No fear, no worries. Get it?
I gotta stick with EG. I think they're gonna win.
I'm saying
going with James because he's the best coach.
Bruno, what are you doing?
Well, I always, when I was coaching, I did the same thing that he did, so I'm going to say Cloud9.
I'm going to go to EG then.
So what, it's 3-2 Cloud9, right?
Yeah.
On the
we gave no one at home a reasoning why we think they're going to win.
I was like, yeah, I think EG.
No,
you had the best reason. You said no fear, which was legitimate.
Yeah, I actually think that's a good enough reason.
I believe that Cloud9 reacts very well under pressure. If you remember MLG TKO.
Not pushing pressure, apparently.
Their draft was really bad.
Remember MLG Columbus? I was going to say Anaheim. Columbus. They were 0-3 at the end of the first day, and they go on to win anything.
Yeah, but that was due to sleep problems and stuff like that, I think.
Well, what you know about now? Maybe they didn't get any sleep.
Maybe.
Maybe they had a nap between losing to Rock's Kiss and playing this game. We'll find out as we go into the draft.
Into the draft.
Oh, God. I was like, where's the camera going?
That is so good. That is like an early 80s transition on like a TV show.
I want to
nice. It reminds me of like Quantum Leap or something, you know?
Quantum Leap.
Ow,
I just
that
took
was
out
my
your
foot.
leg again.
It was good, right?
It was
super good. Yeah. Great show. You know what else is great?
What?
This game. It's a great game.
It's like it, not banned.
No, he's not. And Cloud9 first pick Naga.
And not like it?
Nope.
So EG says Lycan.
Okay. Let's be honest for a second. Mason would play the Lycan, I guess, right?
No, RTZ
plays
Lycan.
RTZ plays it. Okay.
Or mid, jungle or mid.
So then Mason would mid if RTZ
There's
plays
Lycan.
Lycan.
No. So what they do is they dual lane mid.
Okay, but they picked Lycan and SF. So before you say anything, what do they do now?
Holy Yeah, what do they do?
RTZ SF, I think.
Yeah.
Well, Mason can SF too.
Yeah.
Man, that's hard to think. It's hard to use words sometimes.
They usually play it in the jungle, though. Like every time I've seen
the Lycan.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so greedy.
Yes.
That's like super greedy. I haven't seen them play Lycan before.
And you know what they do? They safe lane Mason on one of those like very self-sufficient carries.
Like Weaver?
Like a Weaver or a Mirana or whatever. And then they put their 2 support mid.
That's
dual support mid.
So weird.
It's weird until you realize with the 2 support mid, you actually can't send a gank party into the jungle to stop Lycan. So you're guaranteeing 5 people's farm, basically.
It's like a wall.
But you can't rotate and gank anyone.
You have 2 support mid, of course you can.
No,
it's okay if you don't have to rotate and gank if your heroes are going to win the late game for you anyway. Like that, I think that's kind of the point because they banned SF last game. And by they, I mean, I think EG banned it because they themselves had Naga. Because SF is really good against Naga. You get ensnared, you BKB, you Requiem, and then you can just go ham, right? But they didn't have access to it last game. So if they run the strategy that Lumi was saying and they just defend their Lycan in the woods, then their supports get more levels, the Lycan gets free farm, the Shadow Fiend probably gets free farm as well. And then you just have a Naga Siren basically on Cloud9 that have to compete with both of those heroes. Now, I'm not saying Cloud9 aren't going to pick another like semi-carry or something like that. I'm just saying it puts a lot of pressure on you.
But, Mr. Draskill, what if an Earthshaker is pulling all the creeps towards the Ancient?
Yep.
And the 2
you
supports...
fixed that last patch.
Okay, yeah, but it didn't work.
I'm kidding. It's not actually fixed.
Yeah.
Also, Shadow
I'm gonna
Fiend...
take a sip of this.
Okay. Shadow Fiend's not one of those self-sufficient carry, though. Like, he needs help.
Right.
So I'm not sure if we are going to see that Lycan in the jungle. We might see a more traditional, like, you know,
Safe lane.
safe lane Shadow Fiend or Lycan.
Okay.
I think either is viable, actually, given the circumstances right now.
Against Naga.
Yeah. I think ES is one of those heroes that the Cloud9 solely pick for the reason that Bruno said, which is just stopping mid, right? Like, you deny almost, what, every creep wave? Like,
Pretty much.
It's ridiculous that you can do that, actually. But,
It takes like 3 creep waves to kill the Ancients, I think. Or
yeah. The other thing is, too, and I read this on Reddit, so I'm not actually sure how accurate it is, but apparently the fissure range buff didn't actually work. It's still 1300.
Yeah.
I read that as well. Yeah.
I read
It's
that.
supposed to be 14, I think.
You guys read it.
Yeah, get out.
You just robbed Andy's joke.
Just get out.
I know.
It was a
He
bad
did.
joke.
Yeah, but I used it off air. That's why I did it.
There's lines.
Yeah, like I
I
wouldn't
just crossed it,
I
I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
put 30 some odd thousand people through that joke. I just did
So
it
you
because
just
it
put
was
me through
five
that
people.
joke. Thank
Yeah.
you, Andy.
I care about you less than I care about the viewers. No.
Okay, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
You see an Earthshaker and you immediately go on ward the Ancients,
Okay.
right? Would you?
I would.
Against Cloud9.
Against Cloud9?
I would put a sentry at the very least.
Yeah, something.
But you can also.
What if
do
you're
it the
Cloud9 and you just send the 5 heroes to the Ancient?
And you
can
smoke.
You can do
and
this.
you wait
large
for them to
camp,
come
though.
to the ward.
The Ancients isn't. You can just pull to the large camp in
Okay,
the jungle.
guys, they could just send a wolf. Let's just calm down. And now go.
Smoke? The wolf cannot ward?
Smoke. No,
I'm
he's
saying
saying
you
send,
send a
he's
wolf
saying
to
send a
block
wolf
the
to
camp.
block the camp.
You have to send it pretty late. Well, yeah, I guess.
I think it dies if the whole team's there, Limmy, let's be honest.
It's a
No,
level
you
1
do a
wolf.
wrap around. you go from the ancient shop and then you just wrap around from behind.
We saw them doing it against Earthshaker before. Like they wore the Ancients and he just does it to the large camp, so it doesn't even stop it.
Yeah,
Holy,
it
look at
doesn't-
EG's win rate, man.
It's been pretty good.
82%.
Oh shit.
That's almost 83%. It's like really good.
A little bit more than 81 as well.
A little
Well,
bit more.
Bruno and I discussed that if you have 80%, you could win TI.
Yeah.
So
That's the one rate you need to win.
Not
right?
you need. But
But you need to win the games at the right time too.
well, based on all the champions, they had 80% in TI.
they're called heroes.
No, our
Jesus.
TI champions. God damn it.
Jesus.
God damn it.
You walked right into that one, man. I'm just saying. So EG, they pick up a Clockwork. I like this pick a lot because between the SF and the Lycan, 2 heroes that offer basically no disable whatsoever, no initiation, just farm potential and right-click damage, right? Okay, great. So now we know that Clockwork is a hero who can keep people in place longer than pretty much any other hero in the game because cogs last for pretty much an eon. It's actually like you get cogged and you never leave.
Ever.
Like that's
And
it.
then Darkseer.
And then Darkseer. So
Wow.
What is going on, boys?
I still think it's okay
Support
though.
Clockwork, man. I've been waiting this for years since Dignitas did it. Remember back
yeah,
in
he
TI?
was.
Mid
Yeah,
Darkseer.
Support Darkseer.
I remember that.
Who played that for Dignitas?
Fucked.
Fucked. I love it.
He's fucked, by the way.
He is fucked. Yeah, no. Support Clockwork is so good because he is like the best initiator in game. All you need is level 6. And you go.
You just throw your body at them. You're like,
Yeah, and
take
you
me.
die, man. Like, guys, I ganked the tank. No,
you
I tanked the
gank.
gank. I tanked the
No, no,
gank. I
okay.
tanked it.
A
There are
gank-
no tanks in this
A
game, Lumi.
gank
Come on.
tank is when you're sitting in a lane and you have no vision and you're a support and your carry is sitting right next to you, but everyone kills you instead of the carry.
Yeah.
That's a gank tank. Because you're like, okay,
What if your carry's getting ganked, right, by 2-3 people, and you suicide hook in,
and
and
yeah,
take-
that's
and
still,
then you
yeah.
that's
call
still
2
a
of
gank
them,
tank. Yeah.
and then you die. But like, yo, bro.
I got you.
That is a
I
gank
got you.
tank. Yes.
I think it's going to be mid Darkseer though, and like a jungle, Clockwork offline. That's what I
Could
think.
be.
Against Naga, I think it's really, really
Well,
good.
mid
If-
Darkseer actually does.
But the thing
like,
is, Cloud9's lineup, say they send Naga mid.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you have Crystal Maiden potentially with ES roam. That can kill a Darkseer.
No, but my logic is that they're doing the Earthshaker thing,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden the creeps have Ion Shell on them, and all of a sudden Naga's like, holy shit, there's Ion Shells on these creeps.
I don't think it's as big of a deal like early on, like having an ion shell in the creep wave. Because he can actually take that creep wave and pull it into the jungle.
damn,
I
Okay.
mean,
that farm tactic.
sure, the Darkseer could maybe go with him, but then you're potentially running into a Crystal Maiden or an ES, you know? It's really scary. But I'm not saying it's like totally out of the question. I'm just saying that's just my concern. Like if you push the wave that hard, that he can just take your creep wave into the large camp, and then you're like, I can't go in there.
I'm just
Stark and full
I'm
of
just gonna
terrors.
say that right now I'm very scared for Cloud9's draft because once Shadowfiend gets BKB, once Lycan gets BKB, what the hell is this lineup gonna do?
No, that's exactly basically what EG suffered from last game. So I think they were just like, okay, screw supports, all heroes that get farmed, BKBs, right-click people.
Genius.
It's a good strategy though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a Bone 7 Bat Rider for the last pick. Is that
Could be.
It's
what we're
banned.
looking at?
Oh, it is, yeah, second to last ban.
Ah,
It is.
okay, so Puck's banned, Clockwork's taken.
Bristleback.
It's a lot of Bone 7 heroes banned, actually.
Yes. Nyx Assassin's gone. What does he play? Centaur? Actually, we haven't seen Cloud9 play Centaur at all.
I don't
No.
think Centaur's all that good here, to be honest.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
not a Bone 7 hero.
What's a Bone 7 hero? What characteristics?
Well,
Why don't we have the heroes that
It
are left to be
blinks.
picked, like, available?
Yeah.
it moves people around like Bat
Centaur
Rider,
blinks.
Nike, Nyx,
Nyx is
Bat
banned.
Rider,
Bat Rider's banned.
Bristleback.
Bristleback is a. Is Bristleback a Bone
No.
7 hero?
No.
Bristleback is actually decent here, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's one of those heroes that applies so much pressure by himself that he could just go like YOLO and just run into them.
And they have no real disable except for Clockwork.
Yeah.
Lich.
So they are really favoring just winning the right-click war. Now you have Ice Armor on top of BKBs. It's going to be almost impossible, I think, for Cloud9 to right-click.
Is the
anything.
Lich especially made to counter the Earthshaker mid? You just send the Lich mid to deny the wave, and you keep the equilibrium more or less.
No.
I think the Lich is basically to maybe just go bottom. Maybe jungle your Darkseer, off-lane the Lich, safe lane Lycan, mid-SF. Clockwork,
Just farm 5 lanes.
Yeah, just farm everything, man. Like, why not?
Maximize.
Maximum efficiency. I mean, that would be like super ultra greed, but like that is like greed evolved.
Timber
All right, Timbersaw. Good, keeping it old school.
Yeah, a couple of strength heroes. It's nice.
I really like Timbersaw because they don't actually have that much lockdown to cancel.
Timbersaw's amazing against Clockwork. He like cogs, and all of a sudden you just go bzzzt, and
Wait,
then he
but
dies.
if you try to hook out of the battery assault, you're not getting out of there.
No, but I'm saying in the sense that if he goes on you, you just kill him.
Yeah, you just put the chakram down and laugh.
Yeah, you chakra him and you whirling death, and then Clockwork's like, I don't know, and then he just dies.
Forgiveness, please.
Trust me, Tony's died that way like 100 million times. He like hooks a Timbersaw, and he's like, oh, I'm dead. I'm like, yeah, you hooked a Timbersaw. That happens.
I have respect for that guy though.
He mans up.
Yeah,
He really does.
you do have to respect it.
All right, so it looks like the win rate actually with Naga Timber is 24%. What? It can't be that bad.
You could be over like. It has to be a lot of games actually for it to be 24.
Does it really? Are you a
Well,
math guy?
He actually has a point.
Yeah.
Because if it's like 4 games, for example, it can only be
25,
25, 50,
7,
70.
yeah, 50, 75. No, I get what he's saying.
This is some inductive reasoning, yo.
Right.
Not
Deductive. No, inductive.
Nine,
I was going to say it could be 8, but then I was like, no, it would still be 25.
Mhm.
Because it's 12.5% per win or loss. Whatever, man.
Whatever.
Math is tough.
It is.
That's why we cast Dota.
Well, that's
I like
not why
math.
Bruno and I cast on it, but okay.
Listen. I
That's
have
why
to
I
use it
cast
as
Dota.
an inclusive statement to feel myself, or make myself feel less guilty.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not,
All right,
I'm not good at
so-
math.
All of Cloud9 rushing to their ancients, making sure that it ain't gonna get blocked off.
Yeah, it's really important for their strategy to make sure that the Earthshaker can at least get something.
Are they doing
because-
that Cloud9 thing where they just drop 5 wards in their jungle? Yep, they are.
No, it's Zai has boots
Oh.
and a tango.
PPD sees him. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Look at that cape he has on.
Yo,
It's
that
beautiful.
is that the Star Ladder?
It's
That
beautiful.
I think it is.
that is the biggest tournament prize pool, second biggest in the
Second
West.
biggest.
In the West.
Let's
After
not get overzealous here, Lumi.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
I know. It's like you're holding a grudge, man. Come
Not
on.
holding grudge. I'm just saying.
But they have items.
Yeah, that's,
That's
the thing.
true. That's true.
My computer just died.
That one can't even be like a flame
Just-
because it's actually true.
Hey guys, we're the biggest prize pool tournament without items.
But we have some.
They're coming.
Soon.
Trademarked
Yeah, man.
soon.
Man, that sucks.
So looking at the lanes, it is going to be a jungle Lycan. I mean, RTC's top, PPD's kind of sitting mid, so they. I think it was Lumi. You mentioned the double support mid.
Yep.
Or wait, who? It was.
No, it's
who
double
was it?
support
yeah.
mid. It
Yeah.
just this game it just seems so greedy.
Worth? No, I think it's worth it because if the whole purpose of the Earthshaker is to deny mid, and you have a Lich denying mid, then you're not losing out quite as much. And the Lich is, I think, sure, getting Chain Frost is nice, but he's the least level reliant hero, really, on the team. So.
Zai is like one of them guys on a boat. If you have a hole in the side of the boat, that you just stick your finger in it.
Zai is the finger that gets stuck
Yeah.
in the. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Okay.
I mean, that's a little bit of a weird analogy, but I know where you're going.
Alright.
I get it.
I value that.
He's like, I'm keeping some creeps trapped here. There are many creeps like it. These ones are mine.
Whoa! I fell.
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to eat that tree, by the way. And Envy is having a real sad time. I think people forgot how good Lich is 1v1. Like,
Rex.
Lich just gets bonus experience for being in the lane and has infinite mana for harass, has 600 range, and I would say relative to like Crystal Maiden, decent base damage, which I guess everyone relative to Crystal Maiden has decent base damage. Shut up, Lumi. I know you were going to say something.
I wasn't going to say that.
I know you were going to say something.
I was going to say Lich as a core actually really sucks because he falls off so hard.
Not if you got Necro Book.
Well, but the thing is, he's doing it as a 5. So, hey.
Does he really fall off against a team that's not going to make a single BKB? Because I don't think he does.
Well, you have Naga to tank up a lot of delusions.
I don't know, man. That's 10 bounces.
That is true.
You got to be like RNGesus to have those illusions eat enough damage, I think, for the illusions
micro
alone
those
to be
chain
worth
frost.
it. What, micro the what are you, just like illusion delta split or
No,
something?
we were
or
actually
do,
talking
wait,
about
what
this
you
the
do
other
is
day.
you control group all the illusions one direction and you walk the other.
No, I'm saying Chain Frost can
Bone
be micro.
7 is giving Arteezy a bit of guff up here.
Accept your upgrade, man.
Yeah, we were
Accept
It's
the
coming.
upgrade. What?
soon.
Lich, you can micro the Chain Frost. Bounce
Ah.
the way you want it to bounce.
So-
Or you
is
can
just-
give him some AoE.
He's so ham.
He does have AoE damage.
No, it doesn't.
What?
There's no AoE damage in the bounces. That'll be OP.
That would be OP. It's not a Frost Nova, it's just like an individual
Yeah,
nuke
yeah.
that bounces.
Oh,
Plus, plus.
easy. Getting zoned out.
Bone 7 with that double point into Timber Chain at level 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder if James is watching this lane right now
He is.
to get some lessons on Timbersaw.
Well, it's not a Wisp, so
Yeah,
I think
It's also not
if it was a Wisp,
safe
Bone
lane.
7 would already have died. Like, it just would have been over.
I see.
GG. Even worse because he's off lane, not safe lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know how Wisp loves that safe lane.
Right.
But Arteezy's still farming. I mean, he's 11 and 5. And once he gets more souls, I actually think that if they could kill Arteezy once, it would be good. Because then, if the Timbersaw gets ahead of the SF, then the Timbersaw just dives you, right? Because there's really not a whole lot of opportunities for anyone to save Arteezy. So I think that Cloud9 realized that, and now they're just going to actually transition top with their Earthshakers, start pulling, and then just go for maybe a dive.
Oh.
Arrow,
Oh,
going to be off the
no,
mark. Owie still taking some
AI.
battery assault damage. Universe is here as well, has the Ion Shell on. Even oh, what?
Oh, what?
The Cog? Okay.
Yeah.
That
Right
was a
click, though.
really, really long-range Cog. Zai is going to get surged forward. Same
He's
still
got
has
leap.
leap, though. It's an
got
Orb of
leap.
Venom on this Clockwork,
leap.
man. He's just
All right.
bapping people. Oh, Arteezy's
Oh,
going down as
Arteezy's
well.
gonna
Bone
die.
7.
Or is he?
He's got
Yep.
the... Yep. Timber Chain. So 1-1. First blood, though, going the way of EG.
Support Clockwork, man. Doing work.
Support Clockwork with an Orb of Venom.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden already has, like, 280
Problems.
base move speed.
Yeah.
You could hit with an Orb of Venom on top of that,
She's not going anywhere.
it ain't great.
Yeah, looks like we're going to see a little bit of gank attempt on the mid lane. A Nova Blast. Uh-oh, here it comes, Nova Blast. The Cog's going to be on top. Zydo taking a little bit of damage. Envy trying to group with his illusions. The right clicks. Oh, he's
Oh,
got
the Cog
Envy.
again.
Envy's going to fight his way out of there. He's got Riptide in 2 seconds. Oh, no, don't get pushed. No, Envy.
TPD.
He wants to go back and gets the kill. Envy, man.
Oh,
Tempo
Envy.
kill. Ii-sama. Can we sing those preaching songs?
That bottle
gospel,
courier timing,
please.
man.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I thought PPD had enough mana to nuke again, but I guess he was just short.
Yeah, he was just
And a
short,
sacrifice on cooldown, so they manned up, and Ii-sama had no mercy.
Amen. By the way, hey guys dead because he just no. They
No,
want
where
to
did
get
he
on
go?
our universe.
No, where was the arrow
Sing
block,
song double
Zai?
Starstorm's gonna get him. Zai's in there.
Oh, no.
And Zai's dead. Leap forward, right click, stab
One more.
shield. No stab shield.
Wow.
Song, please. Okay, let's give one for Sing Sing as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, Zai could have very easily just stood in front of him and ate the arrow, and they wouldn't have killed either of them.
Zai didn't plug his
Like, he
finger on
got
that hole.
surged and ran, like, off the map. Like, he was like, I don't need to kill either of these heroes.
He
Get
lost
outta here.
control of his hero.
That
It's
was
like when
really
you chrono
confusing.
with Void and
Yeah.
you just run so fast. It's like, what's going on,
I
guys?
can't control my hero. That's actually happened to me before, by the
Yeah,
way.
same.
Yeah.
I did that once to like, I did a retreat chrono. So I like chronoed one hero and like ran. But I ran so fast that like I got pathing blocked and I was just going wee like back and forth like super fast. It was awesome.
1,000 movements.
This is when this strat doesn't work. When Bone 7's level 6, and if the Fissure hits on RTZ, RTZ is actually dead. So
Yeah, Chakram on Bone 7 basically means that RTZ needs help. Like I don't think he can stay up here alone.
where's the Fissure at? He's on cooldown.
Yeah, Bone 7 has arcanes as well.
He's dead.
Oh, bye-bye.
Oh,
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 misses.
the tree's not there.
Bone 7. Bone 7, please.
He thought that lantern was a tree.
James is watching. He's like, "Yep, this is a hard
I was
matchup,
like, that's
guys."
about how well I would have done.
Freaking James.
Zai.
Oh.
Zai.
AUI?
He's gonna find.
AI's just tanking the ganks, man, because here comes the song. On the back line, the arrow, sing song, go,
There you
cancel, bam, that's gonna hit on RTZ. Nova's on 2, Universe,
Oh.
Chain Frost though! That Chain Frost is gonna bounce to the neutrals, it's gonna, that's it,
so sad.
that's it, that's it. And Zai though, Zai's on the run, Sing Sing's gonna get the right click.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, the flare miss. All right.
I was gonna say, it's gonna come back and kill everybody.
Such a letdown, Chain Frost.
Well, they got a kill.
Dire's top tower. is
Hashtag
under
worth
attack.
Zai for Envy.
Yeah.
Pylai Die misses the fissure.
If it was 1400 range, I'm just saying.
Arteezy's out of mana. He needs to be careful. Bone 7 doing quite a bit of damage here. Couple of auto attacks. Arteezy, Zai's here as well. Bone 7 wants to turn around.
raise.
Arteezy has mana for one more raise. 1
He can be
second. He
Goose.
throws it forward. Gets the kill. Too easy. PPD though, ensnared mid. Gonna be going down. Frostbite. Looks like Aoi gets the kill. So 7-3. Cloud9 lead during the early game. I want to point out though that as well as the early game is going for Cloud9,
The
we
Lycan.
still have to keep in mind, yeah, the Lycan hasn't been touched at all. And then we have an SF who, I mean, at some point he's going to get a BKB, right? Like we're assuming he'll get a BKB before the game ends.
Yes.
Then the Timbersaw, the Earthshaker, and the Crystal Maiden are pretty much non-factors.
Yeah.
Unless they
During-
go Maida.
During that 10
Ooh,
seconds.
Bone 7 though, after the fissure, can he not miss his chakram? No, Bone 7! He's got chained right now, but here comes the TPs, and back they go.
Bone 7.
Not
I
impressed.
feel like he doesn't play this hero that much anymore, but he wants to go back in anyway. PPD's here though. One raise, doesn't even need the second. Arteezy gets himself another kill, and Pylai Die's like, I'll sing Tales of Your Valor. Meantime,
Bot lane.
Universe gonna eat a double Starstorm, Sing Sing. It's his 4th kill of the game.
I don't know,
4-0-0.
man. That
Shoot
top
arrow,
lane,
hit arrow.
that top lane for Cloud9 should be dominating hard. Arteezy should have 0 and 3 and no CS.
No CS.
He should,
Like,
he
maybe-
should
maybe
actually
like 10
have
seeds.
literally no creep kills.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Maybe 10.
Maybe
You'll
10.
give him
10?
10, will you?
Okay, let's be honest.
Maybe like 15.
I think.
All right, Andy, you got me. 17. 17.
Okay, 17. We found the middle ground.
17 CS. I don't
It is a bit of an awkward start, though. I mean, they need to continue applying this type of pressure, though. That's the thing. Like, Cloud9 can't ever let up.
Yep.
Because the same thing is going to happen to EG, or excuse me, Cloud9 in this game will happen to EG against Empire. Is that they're going to forget about the Lycan, and they're going to be like, there's a wolf, and he kind of hits really hard, and our towers are dead.
Well, they are doing a smoke gank to the bot lane. Pylai Die Fissures, please don't block off your team.
Oh, Universe.
They blocked
Okay,
off
that
his
actually
team.
blocked off, but he still takes damage from the Timber Chain and the Chakram. There's the
Okay.
Whirling Death. Universe just like, take my life. PPD with the casual
mana?
teleport into the whole team, uses his nuke instead of his ult.
Envy though runs to the.
Dire's bottom
Okay.
tower
He doesn't
is
have
under
raises left.
attack.
He's used them all.
All right, Envy's got song in a
7.
couple of seconds. Yeah.
He's thinking about it. Paladin's got a fissure in about 5 mana. Oh man, Arteezy doesn't know he's there. He doesn't know he's there. He's gonna get eaten alive. The damage. Oh. Oh.
C9 are playing really well.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's a lot of coordinated stuns into very dead, squishy heroes. I think that's something important to keep in mind because even like a Clockwork and a Lycan against a Timbersaw, your health counts for nothing. Like you
Yep.
just
Yeah.
you explode, man.
Provided if the sun's hit.
Yeah,
But when they get their BKBs.
that's the thing is like if they do get BKBs, game becomes a little bit hard for Cloud9. But Cloud9 are playing it well enough to the point that hell,
Radiant's
maybe the
top
BKBs
tower
are so
is under
delayed that
attack.
it doesn't
It
matter.
becomes a game-losing item.
Yeah, it could. It could, man. It's happened to me in the past. I've been in SF games where I've been so far behind that making a BKB makes me lose. It hurts, man. It hurts my soul.
I think when that happens, you just go Fata. You get a
Go
4-staff,
Staff.
4 staff, yeah.
4-staff Deso, and just never look back, man.
Yeah,
Never look back.
it worked. Well, it kind of worked. for a while.
Radiant's
You think go
bottom
79?
tower is under
Mason has
attack.
Vlad's and a medallion at 10 minutes.
And a smoke,
And
which
a
means times to go roll.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out that if you're jungling Lycan, you should actually go for the medallion first because it speeds up your farm rate much more than Vlad does.
Yep.
Provided you're not getting ganked, which you didn't.
Yeah, luckily for Mason, the rest of his team are eating all the ganks
They,
for
they
him.
tank the ganks, man, for the carry.
That puts a lot of pressure on him, though, because I mean that Naga Siren already has 2,600 gold.
It's not going to be an RTC rate of farm though.
Only RTZ gets it in 12. I'm just saying.
RTZ, please don't buy Midas when you're this far behind, friend.
No, man.
Come back Midas.
He bought a Midas, yeah.
Yeah, I know he did. That's why I was like,
Don't look,
asking
Andy.
him not to.
Close your eyes.
I was hoping, in my heart of hearts, you know.
I think it's
I
the
feel-
correct
I feel-
correct item, man.
You agree with the Midas?
I agree with the man.
Okay.
They already lost the early game. Might as well just secure the late
Play
game.
for late.
Is there ever a time where
Let's make the
Midas is the wrong choice? It's like, if you're winning, well, might as well get a Midas. If
No,
you're
no, no,
losing,
no, 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 no,
recovery Midas.
If you're pushing, like super aggressive pushing lineup, well,
Guess
actually,
what a Midas do? It eats a creep.
Yeah. One less creep in the
Push
way.
faster,
Um,
man. Works for everything.
Actually, I was gonna say, but Roxky's had 2 Midas today in the win against.
There you go.
So yeah,
Here comes the smoking up on the top lane. They have the burst damage coming out from the Timber, but on the other side, there's a hook shot. There's a chain frost, so it can get very dangerous.
Oh,
with
I was
Seven.
taking the gank.
Uh-oh. REI is going to dead right from the get-go. They're going to go, no! The cook got slowed down. The chain frost going to be bouncing left and right. That's a 2-for-1 trade. But here comes Envy. He has a song if you want to sing it.
PPD's quite low.
You can
as
dance
well.
if you want to.
you can leave your friends behind. 'Cause your
I
friends don't-
believe I
Bottom
can.
tower is under
Close
attack.
That's the
enough.
roll.
PPD. And enchant totem to the face. Oh, he actually what?
What?
Auto attack.
Okay.
All right, Envy. Apparently somebody installed that guy range hack.
He wants to fight.
Pilot die with the big jukes. No big deal.
Wow.
Just walk
what a
around the
play.
trees. And, you know,
He's got the Nike shoes.
no, he's just like literally walked around the trees without any like.
Yeah, but if he was wearing different types of shoes, they
Yeah.
might have heard.
You can do that with the nerd short Jordan.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You need the Nikes.
Oh,
Sing.
sing-song arrow on the mid lane. Zai, double star storm? Not even necessary.
He even got
Riptide.
blocked by the illusions.
Damn, what a player.
What a
Sing
player.
Sing's pretty good at this hero.
Arrow.
That's why a lot of teams banned against him.
Yeah.
Radiant's
7-0-1.
Oh, bot lane song into triple rainbow TP.
tower.
You see the
Rangers,
double
go.
rainbow? I see the double rainbow, guys. Please fight. All right.
Mason is so dead.
Oh,
He's got his
yeah.
ult.
Y'all,
Can he
Sing
get away,
Sing is
though?
walking back
He
for the
need- no,
arrow.
He needs to block the path.
Arrow. Oh, where's the arrow?
Oh, he's
Okay,
got
it's
it.
waiting.
There she is.
Bam.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you skill and snare against the Lycan.
He's level 11. Got a 10, man.
I thought you
Oh
said
yeah, never
that-
mind. He's
Wasn't
11.
Envy the one that...
No,
Yeah.
Arteezy's. Wait, no, Arteezy was the one who got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and Envy,
then
we used
Envy
to be the
usually
one.
doesn't get it.
Yeah,
All right, man.
the
All
role
right.
reversal, guys.
I'm lost. What game are we watching?
Watching EG versus Cloud9.
Thanks, man.
Radiant's top tower is
That's
under
why
attack.
I
EG
saw
here.
I saw it in your eyes, and as I told you the name, it lit up. It's like,
Nice.
ah,
remember
EG
now.
versus Cloud9.
My purpose in life has been restored.
Force
A
that.
four-step timber,
Radiant's
wow.
middle
No,
tower
man,
is
anti-clock.
under attack.
Yeah?
For AUI when he gets
Yeah.
trapped in.
Because the battery assault, if it hits you at the right time, your timber chain gets canceled, and you're like the saddest basketball robot in the world. You just fall apart.
Is he a basketball robot?
That's what I call him.
All right.
I mean, the Clockwork is the pots and pans robot, and then the timber is the basketball robot.
Why is he basketball? Is he like round and orangey? Is that
Oh, he's just round.
okay?
And he's the orange color. Like, his Bone 7 is orange.
Why not a bowling ball? It seems like a bowling ball would do more damage than a basketball.
I don't know.
Have you ever been hit with a basketball, man?
Have you ever hit with a bowling ball?
Their bowling bar hurts way more
But
than
it
basketball.
takes more to throw it.
That's
Like
true.
a
Dyer's
basketball, you
middle
could like
tower is
bounce it
under
up into your
attack.
face. But
He doesn't bounce.
he does. He bounces between trees.
That's not what bouncing.
I had
is.
like a basketball thrown at my face. Like, not intentionally. Like, we were playing,
That's what you think.
and somebody passed it to me, but I wasn't looking.
The face pass.
Yeah, the face pass, and I was like 5-6 feet away, and it's just like boom, right in the nose, bleeding everywhere.
T1
Oh.
tower. I don't know if you want to go for that one, Sing Sing. Yeah,
Nah, he's got a leap. He's fine.
tower though. He wants a tower.
the D9.
Oh.
That's dead.
Okay. No.
That's dead.
That doesn't
You can't
destroy.
disjoint it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that doesn't destroy. That's 900 gold
to the
for
leech.
PPD.
But tower secure though. Worth?
Worth
Maybe.
it.
I don't know, man.
Not worth.
900 gold, I think, is about how much the tower gave the team.
Yo, here comes.
Mason.
Oh.
That's not a block.
No.
Oh, it
Yes,
is.
it's a block.
What the heck?
What?
All right.
That
Mason
is.
just casually running away. That did not look like a block.
Needs to go on a diet.
Yeah, seriously. Arteezy, really low health. He
Oh.
actually gets hit by the chakra.
But not the
PPD's
second
here
one.
though. No,
Oh,
Bone
Bone
7
7.
the feed. Oh, his corpse timber chains to the tree and explodes into 1,000 pieces. How devastating is that?
Third time. Where it goes, hey, RTZ, here's a charity.
Heard you're not farming that well. Here's some gold.
You want some souls? Do no problem.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is under
I mean, to be
attack.
totally honest, like, giving RTZ those kills is
Dire's middle tower is
not
under
the best
attack.
way to win.
Radiant upon
Yeah, a
Naga.
very, very good ward here from EG. Scouts out that there was a TP
Radiant's top
from Sing Sing,
tower
and
is
they
under
see the
attack.
rotation from Cloud9. So normally there will be 1 or 2 heroes sieging that tier 1, and they'll get picked off. But not due to that ward. Or because due to that ward, they're not going to get picked off.
So we're looking at basically like a 3-core versus a 3-core. And outside of Cloud9,
man,
it's Envy, Sing, and Bone 7, right? That's their 3-core.
Yeah.
And then EG have the Lycan, and then you have SF,
Radiant's
and I
middle
guess...
tower is
Universe.
under attack.
Well, PPD is the one who was getting a lot of farm. He's level 11. So if we're talking in like those cores and what the impact they're going to have in the later stages of the game, I really still feel like EG have a good chance. Because they haven't really punished the fact that Arteezy's got Midas. In fact, they've given him kills since then. They might be able to kill him mid though.
Arteezy.
He's getting the 3-man flank. No, PPD! He's going to tank the gank! PPD, he doesn't have Chain Frost. It's on cooldown for 30 seconds. Here comes a hook shot from Sai though. It's going to be a solo Echo Slam from Pylite Die. He's panicking. It ain't great. Arteezy gets another kill, but they're going to be able to burst him down here. Chakram comes out. Kill going to Bone 7. Timber Chain going to be off the mark, but I think Zai dies anyway. No, the song actually
They want
destroys
to.
the
They
auto
want to.
attack damage. Yeah, they want
can
Universe
card
as well.
Tower is under
They throw out the arrow right after the song ends. Contact is made. Cloud9, they get 3.
They do get 3. More importantly, they get Arteezy, right?
What? Don't laugh at me, Shane.
No, it's just the way you said that, and you looked at me.
I went like full William Shatner.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Started 521.6.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Lost
attack.
me there.
Mason.
Dire's top
Mason
tower
has just been
is under
amazing.
attack.
Mason Fissure, 1300 range. Ensnare is going to be there. The Fissure is going to be there. AEI, you can see him galloping. He's trying to run in for the Frostbite. The woe of a CM, boys.
Is it really a gallop?
No, it's more like a
Dire's
trot.
top
Gonna run away. It's gonna
Oh
run out.
no, Bone 7, force tap the CM, please.
No, there's no way. He's way out of there.
Well, you think
He tried his best.
wolves gallop or trot?
They gallop. 4 legs, right?
No, Gallop is a horse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gallop
gallop
is
is
a
a
horse.
horse because it uses its whole body.
But Pi is about to go down.
A gallop
Zai
is
solo killing supports, boys. Support clockwork.
I want.
Highlight Die wants the
shoot
Fissure
back.
so bad. By the way, that is like,
Oh, it's the worst.
as somebody who doesn't play a lot of Earthshaker, I still feel their pain.
Radiant structures
Like,
are
It's the same with
Jakiro is the
Leshrac as
same,
well.
and Leshrac, yeah. You're just like, I want to, and then you die.
You could
The
remix
Yueko
that.
Slam.
It's like a really bad hip hop song.
Yeah, I want to. No.
It's like the Spice Girls or something.
If you wanna be my lover.
Yeah, there was a part in the song where they did
That's a
that.
good song.
No, it's not. Have you ever heard
It's
the
really
lyrics?
catchy.
Have you heard the lyrics?
You just sung that one bar, and I was like, hey, I heard that on the radio before.
Which
When
is a rarity.
in the late 90s, like.
Hey, video killed the radio star, let me remember that. Yeah. He's just like totally oblivious. I try so hard. That was an easy one.
That was an easy one. Like MTV, VHS. I love the 1970s.
That's Dota.
Yeah, Dota's happening, but I mean, we just saw a bunch of kills and
No.
Well,
that's
I think the
low.
more important thing is that these wards coming out from EG is completely
ROG.
scoping out. Okay, there was a ward right there. I was just gonna say, man, these wards are really good. They're really good.
Shit.
Moonlight
That
Shadow,
arrow.
please.
Your
Please,
phase
sing song,
Dire's
Moonlight
middle
Shadow.
tower is under attack.
Shoot arrow.
Does he wait for
arrow.
leap or does he TP? Oh, hookshot misses. Just barely. Pilot
have
Eye's up here.
reveal?
Zai has no mana.
There's no reveal.
They could turn it around. There's gonna be another
Arrow.
arrow. They're gonna actually go for another kill.
Wow.
And chat totem. Here
What?
comes the Buzzsaw. Hits on PPD as well. Bone 7 going totally
Oh,
ham.
the
Universe,
mech.
though. He pops the mech.
PPD
University
used the
visit.
chain frost on a single hero and it didn't
Oh, here
bounce.
comes Bone 7. He's got a force staff. He can use it whenever he wants. Gets one kill. Vacuum Mustache.
So fast.
Still got the force staff. Bone 7. You have it, man. You have it in you. And he TP's out. What a player. What a player. And this is exactly what they need to do, because if you look at the goal graph, they need to get kills. They need to push towers. So far, they have not been doing that. They only got the tier 1s. They needed more.
I feel like that was a step in the right direction, to say the least.
How did he get caught? Arteezy though, he had a ward watching the arrow.
He's
Because the
probably looking
arrow,
somewhere else.
I think the arrow came from like an angle that where it got to the tree line, he could no longer see it. Or maybe he just wasn't watching that particular spot.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to say that, yeah, you had a ward there, but when it's not an actual hero, you can't see it on the minimap. So if he's just like clicking somewhere else in the woods and he's not looking, then the arrow can still hit you. It's like not really that far-fetched to think. But he's got a BKB now, so. And Book is also done on the Lycan. I mean, EG are being consistently pressured, but they still have 2 heroes in the top 5 farm. Bone 7's like barely ahead of Universe, and PPD actually has a decent chunk of farm too and experience because he was mid. So even though they've given away quite a few kills, I don't feel like EG are totally out of it yet, but I do feel like Cloud9 have a pretty distinct advantage. And yeah, that arrow just faded as Universe was casually walking by. Really the one though who is struggling the most is Zai. He's 1 in 7. Like he's not having a great game.
Yo, man. He's tanking the ganks.
He nearly has Blade Mail. That's not too bad.
Yeah, Blade Mail against Timber is strong. Because you can just go in and be like, if you kill me, kill yourself.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, it's like saying if you die in the game, you die in real life, right? Like it has that same effect to it.
That's a bit harsh, though. I probably wouldn't play Dota, to be honest.
No, definitely not. It would be a bad game to play.
Here comes the smoking on the mid lane. No Blink Dagger on Pi just yet, and the entirety of EG's right there. They're prepared for this. There's a song. No, Envy, turn off your blade, please.
Jesus.
I don't think they notice. They don't even care.
They're pinging the
They
hell
have
out
song,
of it.
though. Oh, Pili die. Fidges into the pit. I think maybe waiting a little bit longer would help, but no, they're blocked! They're blocked in Universe and Mason can't get out! Here comes the song from Envy. RTZ still has the BKB, he can choose to re-engage us if he wants to. Envy's just getting casually hit by Roshan.
Arrow, that's gonna hit!
HP.
They're gonna go
It's
on Mason! Mason blown up, vacuum back in the wall, the RTZ ult, that's gonna hit on everybody, and when I say everybody, it's just one person. Sing Sing, low, he's gonna get earned back up, and you can see RTZ trying to right-click, but they don't have detection down. Do they have Force Staff available? They could actually go in and bite RTZ, and that would be the it. And Snare's going to come in. Arrow's going to get tanked by a Wolf, but they do kill RTZ. Chain Frost blocking left and right. PPD's low, Zai's low, and RTZ on the background. Oh my god.
Take me too.
Wow,
okay,
man.
well that was a good fight. That block though.
That is a great block.
I thought like he was, I was like, wait a minute. They can't get out. You can't leave.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Troll 2.
Yeah, I know.
Is under attack.
I clicked on that link because they posted it in chat when you guys were talking about it, and I was like, they're eating her. Oh my
Dire's top tower
And
is
there's a
under
casual
attack.
flying his forehead.
What a clip.
What a clip. Speaking of Dota, actually, but not,
Speaking of Dota.
not strictly about Dota, there was an article on Reddit Science today that apparently violence in video games does not make you violent, it's frustration that makes you violent. So it's not because you're playing a violent game you're going to be like,
It's because you're shit at the game that you're playing.
pretty much.
Or
But isn't that like the same
Whoa.
with most things?
I think a lot of people that are good at the game get more frustrated than people who.
I can attest to that.
So
There was also another thing where people would blame glitches and lag,
Yeah.
even when they weren't there, just because it's an outlet of frustration to just like say, okay, it was not my fault, it was lag.
I think when you're
or your
good,
coach.
like if you're good at anything
Oh, you go.
that's like team oriented, and then you have like people on your team who don't know as much, it can be frustrating. It doesn't even have to just be Dota. It can be anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I was reading that, like, yep, that seems like Dota.
seems more logical.
Maybe we're creating
Not
a
just
generation
saying,
of violent people.
Okay, well somebody played like Max Payne and thought it was okay to run and shoot
Hey,
like
guys.
20 people.
Rosh is happening.
Yeah, it's happening. But I mean, this thing dies instantly. They have a
They have
medallion.
song? Sing song? No.
Nope, died way too fast. Who takes it? Looks like Mason does.
Dire's top tower is under
Do you not think
attack.
RTZ is a good candidate for it here?
He could be, but I think honestly it's really hard for Cloud9 to kill him at this point, because a Radiance Naga does not do nearly enough right-click damage to try to take down a BKB SF, especially when you consider Requiem also halves your damage output. So they can't kill him through BKB. I think Mason having the Aegis also allows him to play a little bit more aggressive, so maybe he can potentially get like the tier 1 top by himself, just like stay away from the team, go for something ham. Although I guess that's kind of dangerous, because if the Naga catches you out with an ensnare and you get songed after the Aegis dies, you could potentially die.
I think the only way that EG lose a 5-man team fight right now is if Mason gets picked off. And that's exactly what happened in the pit, right? Like, he got fissured, he got chained, and even if he ulted, he was just stuck in there. So they took down Mason quick, and then RTC did a big ultimate, but afterwards, that was it. So there is a couple of big items coming up for Cloud9.
Blink
right
on
now.
ES?
Yeah, Blink ES. Mech got picked up on Crystal Maiden a while back. You can see that Sing Sing's, getting pretty big items. He's gonna have Manta fairly soon.
Darkseer just finished. He's really close to finishing pipe, like 200 gold. It's pretty good against like Timbersaw and Earthshaker and stuff like that.
And it's a really nice timing against the Blink ES as well. Like, I don't know if they know yet. I don't think they do, because Paladai is just kind of sitting in the fog. Oh, Arrow!
Oh.
Universe getting chunked. He might not have the damage, honestly.
I think he does. Oh,
No, I don't think so. He is really tanky.
Here's
See?
back up.
Bots to the catapult. Even cancels. He's like, nope, I'm going to just keep farming. He's going to keep doing my thing. He's got 3,500 gold, by the way. He is getting some gear. I mean, right now, I don't think he can handle the SF, but maybe another item and he can.
He's going to try.
Well, here he comes.
Arteezy not popping the BKB, just right-clicking. I think Arteezy needs some lifesteal.
Uh-oh. Can you
He's gonna
handle
have
this?
to
The
BKB.
BKB's
There
going to
we
get
go.
forced out. It's not a block. They can
like
actually
that, though.
re-engage this. Chase
I
him
liked
in.
that they forced it.
Yeah.
Like, BKB charges on SF are crazy important. Like, if you get to a point where you have a 4-second BKB, that's basically only allowing you to use Requiem.
That's it.
I
that's
don't
it.
think sometimes it's even good to use the Requiem.
No,
Blink
you just
Fissure
don't.
here on the PPD. They're driving them away definitely for this tier 2. They have Song for that positional advantage. Envy haven't used it for a while, but I wish Envy could spend his gold. It would make this push much easier if...
Dire's top
What does he go,
tower
Manta, I
is under
guess?
attack.
That's like the standard, right?
Yeah.
Like drums after the Radiance into Manta.
Dire's structures are fortified.
EG seems to be defending. Bone 7's just going to tank the gank on the
Song.
front line.
The only
Arteezy
one
Catch
Easy
any-
PPD.
oh, Universe now.
I guess you go for PPD, just a clean kill. Yeah, Arrow's going to hit.
There's no BKB on the SF either. Always going to get caught inside of the cogs. Echo Slam on Arteezy in the back. They want to try to go for him. Zai is completely out of mana at this point. Really can't help anyone. Universe actually gets a vacuum. Arteezy dies eventually from Bone 7. Long distance Timber Chain. Paladai going for the enchant, but Universe a little bit too fast. Now Zai on the run, has another cog. Oh, Envy actually goes inside with him.
Yeah,
Cogs
they-
are so fickle, man. Like, he
really
was
are.
so far and he got inside the cog anyway.
But
They get the
meanwhile,
tower.
Lycan was not in that fight at all. Maybe that's why they're losing.
Didn't have a TP.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he could get out of there. And Ensnare's going to hit from long range.
On a level
What
1
is- they
ensnare,
don't have
there's
the
no way.
deeps, yeah.
There's no
Oh,
way.
well, he's actually going to turn back.
Kill that creep.
Sorry.
Kill the Radiance.
Yeah.
Or kill the Necrobook.
So much gold.
Worth.
Run. Okay, he goes into far.
He has Song right now.
He doesn't have anybody else with him, though. He's alone.
Yep. No, I
So-
mean,
Paladai's
Song is
coming.
going to
Paladai?
bait somebody
Paladai?
from.
He has blink.
He needs to block.
He has an ensnare.
He has Ensnare as well. He can Ensnare again.
Yeah, okay. He's dead.
He has Aegis. He's going to die
Oh,
second
he's
time.
dead twice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is...
Is
Now you
backup
block him.
coming?
Now you block him.
Zai's on the way. He's pretty far away
Oh,
though.
the hook, though. The hook's going to hit everybody. The Fissure. Yeah, they're going to get him down quick. That Aegis did absolutely nothing.
That was a feat.
No, why would you go farm in the jungle?
Yeah. He liked the look of them neutral creeps. He was like,
Well, yeah, I was greedy, but I don't know. I would have at least liked to have seen him farm the camp closer to the river.
Yeah.
You know? Because that camp is a little less obvious. And then you just run away, like to the
he
right or
saw
something.
Envy chasing.
He saw Envy. He had the Necrobook
Yeah,
being chased.
Exactly,
Yeah. Maybe he just thought that he was fine because he didn't see the ES, maybe? Like,
No.
clearly he didn't see the ES. But
You couldn't have seen the yes, but still, it's like there's a song, there's a lot of things.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, man. I'm just saying, look.
Sometimes it can't be done, man.
Okay, so
maybe-
subjectively, let's say
Okay.
Mason doesn't make that small mistake, or
You mean objectively?
objectively,
Okay.
Mason doesn't make
I was
that
going to say.
different
big
thing.
mistake. We have 16 kill lead for Cloud9, but if you look at the goal graph, it's only a 2,000 goal lead for them. I actually think EG is very much so in this game, just
Yeah, they
because their carries are just so much stronger. I think if for Cloud9 to win, they need to bait out a couple more BKB charge from Shadow Fiend, or pick him off a couple more times, or they need to start getting hexes and like bigger items. So I'm not sure exactly how the game's gonna swing.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Dire's
What
bottom
happens in this
tower
game,
is
assuming
under
things
attack.
go more or less this way, meaning Cloud9 is in a slight advantage, when the Naga Siren gets 6 slotted? Is that an inconvenience for EG, or can they deal with that?
I think they can deal with it. I mean, between Lycan, like, I think in this game, they can get away with going MKB, like Arteezy and Lycan both can. Because, really, the SF already has a BKB, and if you just go BKB and damage items, I still don't think they're not can really kill you that fast. I
You were
don't know.
saying that the SF needs lifesteal a while ago?
Yeah, he can go lifesteal. Or he can go, like, just pure damage, too. There's two ways of doing it.
I actually don't think it's gonna be up to Envy and the Shadow Fiend. Well, I mean, Shadow Fiend's a big part of EG, but I think it's gonna be up to Sing Sing. Normally in these cases, Sing Sing just gets starved from farm, but because he has such a huge kill streak early on, Like he's fairly farmed for a hero that doesn't have Hanamitis, and he's roaming around with the team. So I think if Sing Sing gets 4 slotted,
Arteezy might be in trouble.
he is going to be the true carry for the team.
They're gonna force another BKB charge here, maybe.
Universe is caught. Universe is going to get chain stunned. He doesn't have that BKB. He's dead straight up, and this is going to give them the opportunity to at least do something. But they have to turn back. Meanwhile, Zai's going to get Zai has cogs.
Oh, what a player.
The duration of the cogs is pretty long though.
No, he's got him.
Song's longer. Okay, you can walk up now, MB. The hook
Oh,
to
nice.
safety.
Song down, boys.
Song down.
You waited a little bit too much.
Do you think having the mech and the pipe all on Darkseer is kind of risky?
I don't think so. I
Well,
think if you have like a
considering
5-on-5 engagement, it's way too hard to burst in with the rest of his team around before he gets his spells off, right?
That is true.
So,
Okay.
I mean, maybe you can, but you'd have to get like a really good dunk, the Timber to follow it up, and an ensnare and an arrow or something, right?
Oh,
Like,
Arteezy now found the real Naga.
He is
Echo
dead.
slam in the face.
yeah, there was no point of him BKBing there. He would have died either way.
Is Zai going to go for the hook? No, he doesn't have it.
He might.
No,
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He had to TP away.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's only level 2 hook, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Blue Rune of Destiny, guys, in the top river. This could be
Game-changing rune.
game-changing rune.
Watch for the. Oh, he already has the bottle.
Man, Mason is like... I mean, he's got decent farm, but he has had such a hard time. He's 0-3-0. In a 31-minute game, he has not been involved in a single fight.
That's kind of what they wanted him to do, though, isn't it? Like they.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm sure they would have wanted him to TP back at the defend top.
Yeah,
With the
I think
Aegis
him being
earlier.
there. And then giving away the Aegis and the other kill for free.
Here comes Envy. Double damage. They're going to get a tier 2 for sure. 26 seconds to RTZ.
So I think Envy just... I mean, you can obviously go hard, but I actually think in this circumstance, maybe a Butterfly would just be better. Like, gives you more right-click against the heroes that actually need to go down, because he's still pretty tanky, almost 2,000
Envy's
health.
going hard.
Universe really wants to get
Oh,
out of
nice
there.
block again.
Yep, Pylai die. No, he stutters his enchant. And now Universe is just going to casually walk away.
Blink
He's
it
like,
3,
"I'm outta
2.
here." Oh, goes for the vacuum on the high ground. Can't do
3,
it.
2, 1.
But that's fine.
He's waiting for the surge.
As long
Nice.
as they keep him away from TPing home, like they're just finding so much space. Mid-Rax is, well, in a little bit
No,
of
they're
trouble.
all just actually running after Universe.
Songs used. Arrow.
Up. There we go. Universe gone.
And we just TPs up, but not even right clicking.
He's
So-
like, yep, kill secured.
In the first MV game, he messed up a lot of those song combos.
It looks
Not
like
this
they've
time,
been
man.
practicing.
They practiced it. Like,
Yeah.
he haven't missed a single one, which is pretty good. A lot of kills.
I think people often undervalue just being mechanically sound in a hero when you pick it and knowing like what timings you need to hit, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you miss like 1 or 2 of those kills, sure, it doesn't seem like a lot at face value, but in some games it can totally change the dynamic of how it plays out. So just being able to do things properly. It sounds like, oh yeah, well, pros should be able to do it on all heroes. Yeah, but there's a lot of heroes.
And also, the other thing is that mechanically it's a little bit different, for example, with Disruption. Because the Disruption, if you let the arrow go a little bit further away, when you come back, you get hit by the arrow anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you actually get the arrow go a little bit long, it will hit the hero but not stun or do anything.
Right.
So you have to time it always before, which is what happened. Like that's the mistake that most likely happens when you're playing Naga.
Mason getting zoned out of his farm on the bot lane for a little bit. Earthshaker gets a Veil of Discord, obviously for the big dunks. Do you think damage is the correct way to go, or do you think they want a little bit more utility, like Force Staff and such?
I think both ways are actually fine. Like having mobility to like wait out the BKBs is fine. And I also think that having burst damage for if you do manage to catch out the heroes before
Like
they
mid lane?
BKB is also fine.
Like mid lane, ensnaring up.
Oh.
He's gonna have to use
Kablooey.
Requiem. They use it up, but well, Envy's gonna just right click him. Here comes Mason. The hook on the back line though, immediate song. They could just set up a kill on Zai, or they want Arteezy. Arteezy, no BKB. Here comes a blink, and they're gonna get him dead. Mason's have the right click. He does get Pylai die. Instead's gonna be coming off cooldown in just a bit. Zai stuck with those illusions. He's in a little bit of trouble. Meanwhile, Vacuum in the wall on top. AUI dropping fast. Where is the ensnare? There's no ensnare backing up, and Mason is just running wild.
Yeah, looks like Cloud9 actually lost that fight even after killing Arteezy without doing anything. Bone 7
He's got
with his
Force Staff.
godlike
No
streak.
mana on PPD anyways.
Yeah, Envy though, he wants to go to town on Mason. Mason, I think, is actually a little bit stuck here, but Envy just decides to retreat. He's like, no, I don't want to try to fight this. He actually got his heart before this fight even started. Surge out.
The drums.
He wants to get out. Now Envy wants to chase. It's a man fight.
One.
It's only level 1
Ensnare.
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 It's enough.
But you know Timbersaw's coming in from the back line, right? So
I don't think it's enough, man.
I think he won. That fight, if he had a diffusal blade, would have got like 2 or 3 more kills.
I think if he just had Max and Snare, he would have gotten more kills.
Yeah. I really think if there's a Lycan in the game, you just want Max and Snare.
Yeah, for the damage uptime.
Like post 16, right?
It's 3 more seconds. Like it's pretty ridiculous.
It's like the best scaling like disable, basically.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, given the fact that EG managed to kill 3 there, and Arteezy died, given how bad of an early game, or not early game, but like beginning of that fight went for them, I'd still say they have a pretty good shot.
Yeah. Roshan's back alive, especially if they claim this. Envy's really low in terms of mana. Right? No, actually, never mind. He's back.
Oh, Mason, he gets done. Oh, he's
Fissure.
gone.
Oh,
no.
He's stuck, but he's stuck in there though, right? Okay.
Doesn't have a TP scroll.
He
either.
doesn't have a TP.
panicking.
He's gonna come back in.
The
He got back out. What with the force staff? Oh, here comes a song. They're gonna get him second time with the Riptide. BKB comes out. The ensnare though, that's gonna hit, and you gotta just right click him down. The second hook's gonna come back in. The mech's gonna be there. Fissure blocking everybody off. Envy's dropping low. Envy's dead, but Bone 7's beyond god. Like Mason's still alive right now. The wall's zoning the entire team out. Force staff, whirling death. He dodges shock rump, but a couple more right click here from Sing Sing,
Team wipe.
and that's a team wipe from Cloud9. GG, well played gets called, and Cloud9 remains #1 in Dream League.
Man, what
What
a
a game.
performance, honestly. And that breaks the streak, man. The curse is broken. Isama had Mercy today. Well, actually, I guess he had no Mercy, right? That
Yeah, Mercy in Kiev.
Yeah, he had Mercy, but not in this league. I gotta say though, I was really impressed with how Cloud9 played that, and even though Bone 7 gave away a couple of questionable kills to Arteezy, it was like, okay, he gave away like 2 or 3 kills, but he still ended the game 16-4. So we've just gotten word that unfortunately, much to our dismay, we will not be having a 3rd game today in the Dream League. So instead of going to a normal break, we're going to be coming right back to the studio where once again we're joined by 2 people that we're very familiar with. James and Bruno.
Shane and Lumi.
You didn't know where I was going with that.
No, but I read it pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, no 3rd game today. Sigma unable to field a team, which means Na'Vi will get a walkover,
Okay.
and they will claim that win. So pretty much no difference than anyone else who played Sigma as well. So no real advantage.
Except MIM.
Except MIM, yeah. They were like, damn it, if only we played them later. But yeah, that is unfortunate. But what was really nice to see today was some fantastic games. We got 2 really good games.
Awesome games. Yeah.
I'm just going to say before we talk about the match that just finished, Bruno, you're going to have to pick your MVP of the week. And for you guys at home, you don't have to do it now. Going to give them a little bit of time. For you guys at home, make sure you head to facebook.com/rockat and fill in your MVP form if you already haven't. We're going to try and keep it going for a couple of minutes because there is a 2 minutes delay. So do it now, and then
I have my MVP.
when we wrap it up, we'll go to Bruno. So we'll give you a couple minutes. But the match,
Yeah.
EG, 5 wins over Cloud9 in
last 5
professional Dota games.
In the last 5 matches.
In the last 5 matches, but not today. What was the difference?
I think for me, like I mentioned at the beginning, Cloud9 had this draft that could very easily apply pressure. They had the heroes for it, right? They had the Earthshaker. They had the Naga Siren. You could catch people out. They were on their game with how well they were coordinating their disables. Like the song arrows, just having all their disables like chained together perfectly. That can be the make or break in having a lineup like that because it was very execution heavy. Like they had to perform, and they brought their A game. So they just played well, in my opinion, just all around.
The big difference in that game really showed, because we had 2 Naga games in a row, one with Arteezy playing it and one with Envy playing it. Arteezy would just sit in the mid lane and go in the jungle and farm for days until he gets a 12-minute Radiance, which he gets it very quickly. What I noticed with Envy is he actually smoke ganked with the team a lot, just using Riptide damage early on when the rest of the team has Fissure, Nova, Arrow to set up those disables. You walk in Riptide, that's a lot of damage early on. So we see 2 different playstyle of Naga Siren, and I think that one really helped the team in terms of what they need to do, which is pressure early, and they actually pulled the Naga away from his Radiance farm to do that. So
Yeah, you're talking about the 2 different styles. When they played Lycan, EG, they played it kind of differently to how everyone else plays Lycan. They didn't really like fight with the team at all. They kind of like tried to split push or split push without TPs, I think was the case.
Isn't that what you? Isn't that what you also want to do though? If you're playing the Naga, is like if they've got a Lycan trying to farm, you actually like take that one man extra hero advantage to the team fights. Was that why they maybe used a Naga in this way, or was it just the setup? Or
Well, I think given the fact that they had 4 other heroes that were very fight capable, sometimes you have heroes like Rubik, for example, or Jakiro, like we saw in the first game, that sure they can fight, but they don't really offer a ton. The ES, even though his blink I would consider a little bit late, he still had really big fight impact, right? Because the fissures were always really good. He was able to chain stun with the team. The synergy between their abilities was really strong. So there's no reason, I think, for the Naga to go like full split push mode in that situation. And to be honest, I think Mason just didn't have a good game. Like I think he just didn't play normal Mason Dota.
final word on the game, Shane? Since I interrupted you earlier.
Bone 7 started off a bit shaky with the Timbersaw, but then after a while he started getting
Strong finish, man.
Yeah. So I think...
Yeah, he looked really great at the end.
Yeah.
He had some really nice plays. Full staff into TPs.
That one
around the
Timber
top
chain
lane.
where he was like behind the tier 2 top, and Timber chain like all the way from the ward spot to like past those little like markers.
Yeah, well,
That
he
would
also
look
got
really
pushed out by the cogs as well
Yeah.
when he got there. So
Yeah,
it was just
so
like
weird.
he was like, "Oh, I didn't want that to happen." But he was fine.
It all worked out.
Yeah, he kind of did the damage. Okay, yeah, that concludes both our games today, and the standings will be updated due to that fact. And hopefully, also Na'Vi got their walkover. Yep, they have. They're now up to 6 wins. So today we saw Empire versus EG, and that went in favor of Empire. A long game. And EG looked like they could have had it. They stayed in as long as possible, but eventually Arteezy GG'd out, and then the team didn't want to play 4v5. Actually, no, they didn't even GG. I think the Rax was going down. And then second game, we just saw Cloud9 going up against EG. And yeah, Cloud9 on point. And because they're on point, they're going to get some more points. They are now 9-1. 10 games played, only 4 remaining, so looking really, really good here in this league, looking very strong. Empire as well, fantastic today to take that win. That's going to really help them out, and they can still push for that first spot. And then EG lose 2, and we look at them in 6th place, and we say, well, ROG's Kiss and Fnatic are close to challenging them. Also, what could happen if, Team Liquid and Virtus Pro pick up their game? So EG are not comfortable, and I feel for Fear. He's probably watching these games, and sometimes, like when I say like there's no fear, and I think like Cloud9 we're going to win that match. Sometimes, like in pro games, I'm pretty sure that when one person can suss out a team, everyone can play against it.
Yeah.
And Fear has so much experience, and that's kind of where that team was built from. It's like I have a lot of experience, everyone else is really talented, and then if you remove Fear, it's like, did you just lose that person telling you, this is how we're going to beat them? Because that's all you need in a pro game if you're as good as your opponent, because they are as good, e.g. They have just as good players.
No disrespect to Mason, by the way, which he didn't have a good game right now, but on the other games he played, he was pretty good. He's really good.
Really good. Yeah.
So it's not about like, oh, we traded a player for an inferior player, but rather just like the fact that a player is there, especially when it's someone like Fear that everyone knows. Like every single pro player knows Fear personally. And they know how he plays, they know his history. It's just a factor that he's there. It changes a lot. So now it's not there. Okay, we only have to stop Arteezy. And if Mason has a great game, which he can, well, we'll have to deal with that. But sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, like Mason's a really good player, but Fear probably has a lot more knowledge in terms of how to keep that game going in their favor. And he wasn't there today, but well done to Cloud9. Still a well-deserved victory. We're going to be back next week. Before we're going to do the MVP right at the end to make sure you guys have already filled out that form on facebook.com/rocket. We're going to see Alliance versus Na'Vi Monday. First game up at 6:45 at 8 o'clock CET. Empire versus Virtus Pro, and then finishing it up with Team Dog against Team Liquid at 9:15. So this is going to be Monday. We can't keep stressing it now. This is every game gets more important. That will be the last week of kind of regular broadcast. Then we go to a 2-week break.
Yep.
And when we come back, it's kind of like a super
Mega
weekend, if you want to call it that, where all the final games are going to get played pretty
It's
quickly.
actually also Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's going to be a week which is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like every other week, and then nothing on Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday is 6 games on each day. So it's a super week.
And that will pretty much decide exactly where the rankings are going to finish up. Hopefully, because that's pretty much where it finishes in terms of.
If not, we got some problems.
Yeah. All right, Bruno, your MVP. Let's see if people guess correctly. Oh wait, let's get your MVP for the weeks first, guys.
I don't think mine's fair.
Fair?
I missed a day. No, I said I don't think mine is fair to say because I wasn't here for a day.
I don't really have one.
I'm going to pick Vanscore or Kuroki. I think both of them played really well.
Oh, Kuro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Kuro.
I was thinking at the beginning, Pycat didn't die again this week, but he only played one game. Arteezy, he played a really good game one, but then he didn't deliver. Sing Sing was really on point with the arrows today, but then again, it's just like his other game, he didn't shine that much. In the end, I'm going to go with Kuroki, like everyone said, because yes, he was really, really on point, particularly yesterday, but also on Monday. He's been giving the Ws to Navi. So I don't know why we're looking at EG.
I think Wepaz was trying to be cool and bringing up a picture of Kuroki,
Kuroki?
and then he didn't have
He's
it.
like,
He's like, no, that's wrong. Poor Wepaz. I was watching him backstage, and his mouse and keyboard just stopped
There we
working.
go.
Yeah.
That's
during
the
one
man
your
of the
games.
hour.
But there he is. He's the MVP.
And he also had a great interview.
Yeah, if you want to call it
So
that.
yeah, Kuroki, congratulations! You're in the run for how much money?
For MVP?
Yeah, this.
Oh, there's.
Oh, no, I know. That's right. That's another tournament.
I'm lost, man. I'm just like,
I don't even think you knew.
No.
no,
God,
for-
there's this other tournament that actually they give money to the MVP, which is
Oh,
weird.
okay.
And I was like,
Okay.
too long of a week.
Yeah, I was like really like, what's happening here? I was like, I didn't hear about
I
this.
love how Shane kicked me, and it's like,
Yeah, Shane was like, Shane's the only person that knows what's going on here. He's like puppet master. He doesn't say much. He's pulling the
Yeah.
strings. Okay, yeah, that concludes the week. I really enjoyed this week, and hopefully
they should earn
I
some
enjoy
money.
it next week. Also to mention, for anybody who wants to see me or Bruno do stuff before Monday, we signed contracts with DreamHack to do the Good Show.
Finally.
And yeah, we're starting it tomorrow at 8 p.m. and it will be on our channel.
The
But
Good
we're not
Studio.
going to hype it up because, you know,
because
every time we say something's going to happen, it doesn't happen.
people play Diablo 3,
and
shit
Hellspawn
goes
will
south.
just, yeah, Hellspawn will be like, actually, no, we're not feeling it today. And then we won't be able to come in. And then people will kill us. So tentatively, tomorrow, the Good Show. Next week,
also-
definitely ASUS ROG DreamLeague.
Less Kato, more boobs. Let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, get in the compendium, less coddle, more Lumi dressed as
Go.
what he really wants
I'm
to be.
winning 1300 sec. I'm just saying that's gonna happen.
Easy money.
Let's go.
All right, and considering we're not paying him for being here, he needs it. Go vote. See you next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.